Picture a world where everyone's talking, but no one's listening, where love lives in notifications and loneliness hides behind endless connections. Tonight, you'll discover what happens when the future calls to warn the past. Welcome to the human condition. Every night at exactly 3:17 a.m., Sarah's phone rings. The screen lights up with one name, her own, and when she answers, she hears herself crying from the future. It began 3 months ago, the night before an accident that hadn't happened yet. Sarah Chen thought she was losing her mind, but what she discovered would challenge everything she believed about reality, about time, and about herself. In the quiet town of Millbrook, something happens that no scientist can explain. Every few years, someone receives a phone call, but not from the past, from a version of themselves in a future where they made the wrong choice, and every time, someone suffers for it. The rules are always the same. The call comes at 3:17 a.m. It lasts 4 minutes and 33 seconds, and the voice on the line always brings one thing: a warning. Sarah's first call came on March 15th. Her voice was trembling, desperate. She kept repeating the same words: "Don't trust him. Don't trust him. Don't trust him." But Sarah was alone. There was no him in her life. A week later, another call. This time, the voice was screaming, "The red envelope. Burn the red envelope." But Sarah had never seen any red envelope. Not yet. By the third call, Sarah was recording everything. The voice sounded different now, emptier, broken. "You'll think you're saving everyone," it said, "but you're not. You're choosing who dies." And that's when Sarah began to connect the dots. Every person who had ever received a call like this had one thing in common. They all worked for the same company, Millbrook Pharmaceutical. And Sarah had just accepted her dream job there. She was set to start in 3 days. She started digging through old news, buried reports, files long forgotten. Dr. Marcus Webb, 1987, warned about the formula. He ignored it. 6 months later, 23 people were dead. Lisa Morrison, 1994. Her future self begged, "Save the children." She dismissed it as stress. Her vaccine caused permanent brain damage in over 300 kids. James Cooper, 2003. The warning was clear: check the water supply. He didn't. The town he served was poisoned. Every single one of them ignored the call, and every one of them caused a tragedy, except one. Rebecca Stone, 2011. She listened. She refused the job, and the calls stopped, but so did everything else. Her career ended. She became a waitress. She never married. She died alone. Sarah realized the calls weren't just warnings, they were choices. A test. Save your future, or save someone else's. March 17th, 2:30 a.m. Sarah sat beside the phone, staring at the clock, waiting. At 3:17, it rang. But this time there was no crying, just a whisper. "I know what you're thinking. You want to be the exception. You think you'll do it right. But the red envelope is already in your mailbox." Sarah ran outside. The street was silent, cold, still. There it was, a red envelope. No return address. Inside, a contract modification. Buried in legal language was a hidden clause. If she signed it, she would unknowingly approve human testing on prisoners, people who thought they were getting help. Her future self spoke one last time. "Now you know. What will you choose?" Sarah had 6 hours to decide. Save her dream or save the innocent. And then the line went dead. But something else hit her, something worse. She wasn't the first Sarah to receive these calls. Somewhere in another version of time, a different Sarah had made the wrong choice, and that Sarah was calling to save herself. But if future Sarah could call the past, who was calling her future self? The answer will make you rethink everything you've ever believed about choice, about consequence, about time. And in the silence, when your phone doesn't ring at 3:17 a.m., what if it should have? What decision are you about to make? that you'll spend a lifetime trying to undo. Some stories end, but the consequences, they don't. Not always. Subscribe to The Human Condition for more stories like this, about the choices that shape us, change us, and reveal who we really are. And tell us, what would you do if your future self whispered just one warning? Sarah's phone went silent, but her story echoes. In our rush to connect with everyone, we forgot how to connect with ourselves. The future isn't calling to scare us, it's calling to wake us up. This is The Human Condition.